Forget the leg warmers and Rubik's Cubes for a moment. Remember those wild times of big hair and neon everything? Put on your seatbelts, for the decade of the 1980s wasn't just about MTV and arcade games. It was a culinary battlefield of experimental snacking. Treats that were so mind-blowing or sometimes baffling that they might make you ask, how did we actually eat that? We're talking about snacks with radioactive colors, bizarre shapes, and flavors that defied explanation. Today, we're taking a sugar-loaded trip down memory lane to count down 12 legendary 80s munchies that have mysteriously vanished from store shelves. Some will make your mouth water with nostalgia, while others might make you grateful that they're gone. First on the list, we have at number 12, Dunkaroos, the ultimate 80s childhood snack.
Dunkaroos is the cookie you drunk for as much frosting as you want. So how do you do your Dunkaroos?
Yummy chips of chocolate in a creamy vanilla frosting. New chocolate chip Dunkaroos. Hip hip for chocolate chip.
Kangaroo-shaped cookies paired with a separate compartment for frosting for interactive eating, before food hacks were even a thing. The delicate balance of frosting distribution was a high-stakes game, and let's be honest, most of us lost. Did you carefully ration the frosting to make it last, or were you the reckless type who went all in, leaving the last cookie tragically unfrosted? Oh, and for the real ones, let's not pretend we didn't just use our fingers to scoop out whatever was left at the end. Dunkaroos weren't just a snack, they were an experience, a perfect storm of fun, sugar, and childhood joy. No wonder they remain the undisputed king of discontinued 80s treats, proving that sometimes playing with your food really is the best part. Next up, we have PB Max, the fan favorite that was discontinued way too soon. This was a powerhouse of peanut butter, oats, and chocolate that had everything going for it until it was cruelly snatched away because the Mars family reportedly didn't like peanut butter, which was the ultimate betrayal, by the way. The texture, the balance of salty and sweet, and the way it somehow made peanut butter cups seem basic in comparison, this was peak candy innovation. Did you have the foresight to hoard these when whispers of discontinuation began, or did you live with the regret of not stockpiling? This was a candy bar so legendary that fans are still begging for its return, proving that sometimes the greatest thing in life are taken away from us far too soon. The 3D Doritos, which are both cool and nostalgic. Puffy, hollow, triangular chips that dared to ask, what if Doritos had depth? That first crunch was pure satisfaction, even though most of what you were eating was air. Were you the type to eat them one by one like a civilized person, or did you crush them in the bag to rebel against the system? It's pretty punk rock if you did. Either way, these chips prove that sometimes the space between the cheese dust isn't just as important as the cheese dust itself. A deep snack philosophy the world clearly wasn't ready for. Butterfinger BBs, the perfect bite-sized candy. Bite-sized spheres of that crispy Butterfinger center coated in chocolate. Basically, Butterfinger in meteor form. These were the ultimate snack hack, perfect for pouring straight into your mouth or upgrading movie theater popcorn with a sweet and salty twist. And let's be real, they were also elite ammo in a candy war. Were you the type to share, or did you guard your box like a dragon hoarding gold? Somehow repackaging a classic candy into a new shape made it even more addicting, a lesson their manufacturer completely fumbled when they discontinued them. Nestle Bug Pops, the creepy insect-shaped lollipops. Snack detectives assemble. Have you ever craved something so bizarre it could only exist in the 90s? Well, enter the Nestle Bug Pops. Lollipops shaped like beetles, ants, and grasshoppers, because nothing screams delicious like licking a candy insect straight in the eyeballs. Brightly colored? Yeah, absolutely. Made with real bugs? Thankfully not. Though the sugar rush had some kids convinced they could grow wings. These creepy crawly confections were a lunchbox legend. Some kids thought they were the coolest thing ever, while others, well, let's just say bedtime got real questionable after seeing their snack come to life in their nightmares. Even in an era where gross out gags ruled, a neon green grasshopper on a stick was a hard sell. By 1995, Bug Pops scurried into the shadows, leaving behind a legacy of trauma and sticky fingers. Number 7, the Wonka Peel-A-Pop. Edible banana peel? Weird. Hold on to your golden tickets, everybody. Willy Wonka's factory really went off the rails with this one. Meet the Peel-A-Pop, an ice pop shaped like a banana that you could peel. Yeah, that's right, the outer layer wasn't just for show. It was edible. kind of. You'd stretch it, you'd tug it, and then underneath, a vanilla or fruity ice cream core wrapped in a chewy, vaguely banana-flavored skin. Was it genius or straight up unhinged? Well, that depended on your tolerance for sticky hands and the fact that the peel tasted like a sun-melted fruit roll-up. The 80s were all about interactive snacks, and this one delivered. And if by delivered you mean confused an entire generation. Discontinued faster than you could say Oompa Loompa, Peel-A-Pop remains a fever dream relic of candy chaos. Number 6. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Pies. Green pudding pies? What? Vanilla pudding pies, but make them green, because in the 80s, the more unnatural the color, the better the snack. If you were a kid back then, you didn't even question it. If it had TMNT on the wrapper, it was automatically pretty cool. Did you ever just shout cowabunga before taking a bite, or were you somehow able to resist the urge? Either way, these pies proved one undeniable fact. Kids would eat literally anything if it had their favorite cartoon characters on it. A marketing strategy so genius that they should have won an award. Number 5. The Fruit Wrinkles. Shriveled fruit snacks that looked pretty gross. These were chewy fruit snacks that looked like they had already been chewed once. Now, supposedly these represented real fruit, except they resembled tiny shriveled relics that had been left in the sun for decades. Every handful required a full jaw workout, making you question if the flavor payoff was worth the dental effort. And let's not forget the post-snack mirror check to make sure you hadn't transformed into a human raisin. They may have been questionable in appearance, but they delivered a strangely satisfying, long-lasting chew, something today's fruit snacks just don't get right. Number 4, we have the WWF ice cream bars. Wrestlers' faces you could actually eat. Vanilla ice cream on a stick, covered in a thin layer of chocolate and stamped with wrestling superstars' faces, because nothing said snack time like taking a bite out of Hulk Hogan's frozen head. The real challenge, though, was deciding whether to eat your favorite wrestler first or save them for last while racing against the inevitable ice cream drip. Did you collect the wrappers like prize memorabilia, or was your focus on making sure The Undertaker didn't melt all over your hands? These bars weren't just a treat, they were a way to literally consume your wrestling heroes. Marketing genius never tasted so good. I know you're anxiously awaiting our last 3 forgotten snacks of the 80s, but before we reveal the absolute best or weirdest ones, if you're enjoying this trip down memory lane, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We've got more nostalgic treats coming your way, so stay tuned. Now, number 3, we have the Keebler Magic Middles. Cookies with secret filling that was oh so good. Shortbread cookies with chocolate or peanut butter magically hidden inside the cookie equivalent of a perfect dating profile. Crispy on the outside, sweet and gooey on the inside. That first bite was always a surprise, like discovering treasure in the most unexpected place. Did you ever try to figure out how they got the filling inside, or did you just accept that the Keebler elves had secrets we weren't meant to know? Whatever sorcery was behind these, it's a tragedy that modern snacks still haven't figured out how to replicate them. Number 2, the Squeeze-It drinks. Sugary drinks that literally exploded everywhere. Neon-colored sugar water in plastic bottles designed to be squeezed like a stress toy with cartoon faces on the caps. That's 80s marketing at its finest. These weren't just drinks, they were an experience. Twisting off that little plastic face cap felt like unlocking some kind of forbidden treasure, only to immediately squeeze too hard and shoot liquid halfway across the room. Were you the kid who lost half your drink to an overenthusiastic squeeze, or did you somehow have the grip control of a trained professional? Either way, Squeeze-It wasn't just a beverage. It was a game, an accessory, and a guaranteed sugar rush all in one. Now finally, we're at our number 1 snack, and it's the Oreo Big Stuff, a single Oreo the size of your face. This single Oreo that was the size of a hockey puck, so massive it took a full-on commitment to finish. Because in the 80s, portion control was just a suggestion. The extended journey of slowly working through this giant cookie, strategizing each bite, only to realize halfway through that maybe, just maybe, you had made a delicious mistake. Did you attempt to conquer it solo, or did you begrudgingly share it, treating it like some kind of sacred chocolate artifact? Proof that when it comes to America's favorite cookie, bigger really is better, a concept tragically abandoned in today's more responsible snacking era. Well, there you have it, 12 relics from an era when food scientists clearly had unlimited budgets and minimal supervision. From the mouth-watering treasures we desperately missed to the questionable concoctions that probably shortened our lifespans, 80s snacks were nothing if not memorable. They weren't just foods, they were colorful, interactive, over-the-top experiences that today's snacks can't quite match. Now, I need to know, which forgotten 80s treat do you miss the most? Or which one makes you grateful for modern food safety regulations? Share your snack memories in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this calorie-free trip down memory lane, hit that subscribe button for more nostalgic journeys through the decades that taste buds remember, but nutritionists would rather forget. We'll see you next time.